I don't care if I have to restart my life like a million times. I am not settling for the life that I don't want. So yeah, get ready with me for another Iza Plans Podcast episode where we talk about starting over, this time with God. And if you're currently in a season where you feel like you have to always go back to square one, even after you've tried to like reinvent yourself, rebrand your life, set new goals and become a different person, this is for you. Because one thing I've realized is that I don't care how old you are, if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, if you're not happy with the direction that your life is going right now, you definitely need to always constantly be in the mind state of reinventing yourself. You need to reinvent yourself again and again and again. I know some people see starting over as failure, but I don't actually. I see it as taking a step back to your why. When you see yourself slacking, you need to ask yourself, why did I even start this in the first place? And how did I start? And okay, if I'm slacking right now, how can I trace back my steps and, re-strategize, start again, but like start better and do better this time around. I see it as refusing to settle for laziness. See it as refusing to settle for the kind of life that you do not want. I personally love myself so much to the point where I don't even want to settle for what does not feel fulfilling for my life. I love myself so much that I don't even want to be stuck. I love myself way too much to be in my comfort zone and not pursue my purpose, knowing fully well that I am capable of more. And I know a lot of people might look at starting over as not having your shit together. But at the end of the day, we're still all trying to figure life out. We don't really know what we're doing, right? But one thing I've realized is that figuring out life on your own doesn't work out. I have tried it, it doesn't work out. So this time around, I'm doing it with God. The funny thing is, this is what's actually supposed to be the first podcast episode, but for some reason I skipped. But here I am again. God actually does these things in like wondrous ways because, he'll actually let you do your own thing. Like he'll give you the free will to do your own thing. Not because he abandoned you, but because, he just wants you to go make your mistakes, learn from them, and still come. He knows that you will still come back to him, yeah? He knows. But then he will let you learn your mistakes and make you remember why you even needed him in the first place. And here we are. I am trying to go back to God and, start over with him so he can give me direction, so he can give me the strength. Because, girl, lately I have been losing interest, losing focus, getting distracted by a lot of things, work, relationships, and all of that. When I started this podcast, I was fully in my focused era. Like I was like, you know what, this is it. We're doing this. No going back. Then life happened. I started getting distracted by my 9 to 5 because my 9 to 5 has actually been super stressful lately. We recently launched a new restaurant. Yay! The stress has been like times 10. Most of my efforts, most of my energy has been going into that lately. And apart from that, I've also been getting distracted by, family, relationships, and also the desire to, just live and enjoy life. I went to the beach. I went to have like a massage, which is actually good. But it was just for one day though. Like the day I was supposed to go out to enjoy myself was actually the day I was supposed to record another episode of podcast. The day I went to visit my family was the day I was supposed to record a podcast because I have one day off. But this is not enough excuse for me to now like discard my own purpose, discard my own goals. If you look at successful people too, right, they also have all of these things. They have the distraction, they have the family, they have the relationship. But the difference between people that actually fail and people that actually succeed is the fact that when they get distracted, when they see that they are moving in another direction, they always find their way back. And recently I've been asking God for direction. I've been asking God for strength to, go through this journey. And one thing I've realized about God is that if you ask for something, let's say you want to ask for something like maybe career growth or, business growth or, for me, for instance, I'm trying to build my brand, my personal brand, and even my business brand, and even also grow career wise. He will not give you like, oh, take $50 million. That he will not do that. He will make sure that he gives you ideas, he gives you resilience, or he puts you in positions and situations where he forms you into the person that you need to be to get what you want. God cannot give you millions of orders when he knows that you don't have the capacity or even the management level to, take the orders and, execute. He will definitely give you 2 orders today, 4 orders tomorrow. Your productivity level is building, your consistency is building day by day. That's basically how God works. So he's not going to just give it to you once. Don't get me wrong, sometimes it actually works in a miraculous way, but it will always give you something that he knows that you're capable of handling, basically. He will always give you something that he knows that you're capable of handling. And even the time when it gives you something that you're not capable of handling, you always have to go through that stress just to prepare yourself or to stretch yourself to become who you need to be. I don't know if I'm making sense though. I am making sense. We all want a successful career, we all want the love, we want the relationship, we want all the good things of life. But no one is actually willing and ready to, put themselves through the process. At the end of the day, it is not about what you want, it's about the journey and you enjoying the process of, getting what you want. One thing that God has made me realize is that yes, you might want the money, yes, you might want the love, the career, the goals, and all your goals to be achieved. But if you're not willing to put yourself through the process, if you're not ready to do the hard work, you're not ready to do the sleepless night, you're not ready to, be consistent and become the person that deserves what you're asking for, darling, you're not gonna get it. Because even the Bible says faith without work is dead. I don't know is that correct though? Let me check ChatGPT. And starting over means starting to, change your mindset around whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. I feel like if you want to change your mindset, I feel like the Bible is actually a very good way to change your mindset because there's nothing you're looking for. Is it confidence you're looking for? There's a Bible verse for confidence. I'll pop that on the screen, by the way. I don't really know it's off head because, I'm still in the journey of, getting close to God. But like, is it money you want? There's a Bible verse for money. It say work hard. Like, there's a Bible verse for money. Is it love you want? There's so many things in the Bible that will change your mindset around, oh, okay, fear not, for I am with you. Duh, God is always with you, whether or not you don't know it. And it's actually funny that I was supposed to actually start this podcast with God, like this particular topic I'm talking about right now. Even as I did not start with God, God was still in it with me. Like, God was still the one holding the wheel. It's actually funny, right? When I was slacking, definitely, he was the one that still reminded me, girl, get up. The other day, I woke up and I was like, Misty, I actually wake up every morning and do a podcast episode. Like, it's not that hard, right? I feel like that was God speaking to me, basically. Next thing, a friend of mine was now saying, oh, wait, you're not serious with this, your podcast stuff, right? I feel like that was God talking to me. So that's how God actually works. When you ask God for something, he always sends people to you, give you ideas, or even just remind you in a way of the things that, you already had planned, or even his plans for you. He will just reveal them to you in some ways. That's why some ideas actually come to you, and then when you don't execute it, you see that it actually goes to someone else. Because God was like, you know what, girl, you are not fit for this. Let me give it to somebody that will actually execute it. In essence, what I'm just saying is that you need to change your mindset around the thing that you want to achieve, and using the Bible verses, by the way. And you want to also make sure that you create a routine with God. You need to actually create a routine around reading the Bible. I actually have plans every morning now. I have plans on like reading the Bible and praying. Like every morning, you need to wake up and talk to God about whatever it is that you want, because he always answers prayers. He always answers. Tell him, okay, this is how I am feeling, help me fix this. I was thinking about my career. I was like, God, I beg. Like, you talk to God, he listens. Ask him, give me the strength, give me the willpower, give me help me to be consistent. Remind me of who you want me to be. God always comes through. I don't care whatever it is that you ask him, he always comes through. There should be a Bible verse for that. Ask and it shall be given unto you. Seek and you shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. He will give you direction when you ask for it. He will give you love. God's love is unconditional. That's one thing I've realized. And I don't even know why I keep playing with him. Why do we keep playing with God? God is like the best of the best. Your habits, your routine, your everyday life has to be around God's plans for you. He has to be the one directing your stuff. And if you don't ask, I'm sorry, you're not gonna get it because he's just gonna keep watching you. Yes, make your mistakes. Like I did. I went ahead, started my podcast without him, and now all the distractions and everything they are holding me back. And now I'm like, God, I beg, I can't do this on my own. And I know that he's with me now, and it's a step by step process too. Anyways, even while you're planning, you want to make sure that your plan is aligning with what God has for you. Without God's direction, I'm sorry, we're going nowhere. So yeah, using the Iza framework, I already said that you need to first of all change your mindset using the Bible versus just check. I mean, it's so super easy these days. Check ChatGPT. If it's something like, oh, I want success in my career, there's a Bible verse for that. If it is, oh, you want to heal your heart, there's a Bible verse for that. God, in fact, Jesus is the best person to even heal your heart. And then you affirm that every day because God is always there. He's always here. He wants the best for us. I think I'm loving this chit chat, by the way. Let me know in the comments if you're loving this. If you want me to do more of this get ready with me kind of chit chat, because I'm actually going to also film another podcast episode after doing my makeup and all. But I love the fact that I'm doing it while talking to you guys. So yeah, it's like 2 in 1. I want to use my lipstick as my blush, by the way. I don't know. I don't have a blush, but yeah, we improvise over here. The next thing you want to do is while you're building your habits, you want to make sure that your habits align with what God wants for you. If you're not waking up in the morning praying to God and asking Him to direct you through your day or even favor you during the day, that's how basically I have been living. And I must tell you, it has been in confusion, but there's this peace that you get like in your daily life, your daily routine, when you know that you woke up and you spoke to God, and that day you're just going to feel like, oh, you are doing what you're actually supposed to do. You will feel very, very fulfilled. But the thing is, the devil is always trying to get us away from God. Like he's always trying to use all of these distractions, laziness, all of this to get us away from God. Not knowing that at the end of the day, it was all part of God's plan. Because if you don't learn from all of those lessons, you might not even know how to, re-strategize to be successful at whatever it is that you're trying to do. The devil's handiwork is all part of God's plan. Hallelujah. Somebody. Preach, sister, preach. You want to make sure you also align yourself. Stop the whatever bad thing that is, holding you back from being the person that you need to be. Stop the laziness. Tell yourself, I can get up. I can do this. Through Christ who strengthens me, I can do this. I love this episode. Doing it is even like so easy for me because while I'm doing it, I feel like I'm speaking to someone out there, and it's actually even giving me peace from within. My former podcast episode, I used to have to plan and learn scripts and all of that. This one is so easy flowing for me because I feel like I'm actually doing what I am supposed to do. That's basically the message for today. Whatever you're doing, do with God. Start with God, continue with God, end with God. No, we're not ending yet. I mean, we're still young, pretty. We're still young, pretty, still going, keep going. There's no ending, no quitting, nothing like that. Okay, so basically, this is not my final makeup look. I don't know. What do you guys think about the makeup? And yeah, I think this is the end of the podcast episode. This one is super short because I just really wanted to just talk about my relationship with God and how to start over, how God can actually give you peace whenever it is that you find yourself in chaos, how God can actually be the one to help you in any situation that you find yourself. He is helping me right now, which is why I'm sharing this message. I don't know who needs to hear this, but God is the one you need, not that man. Whoever you feel like you are depending on for whatever breakthrough that you're looking for, God is the one that can give it to you. Which is why we're starting over. Don't beat yourself up if you failed, because you can always pick yourself up. So far there's life, there's hope. If there's life, there's hope. Pick yourself up, start over again. I don't care what age you are, start over again. And yeah, see you in the next episode looking this pretty. Bye.